So, there seems to be some disagreement regarding what the next Mario Kart game will be called, or should be called. A lot of people think it should be called Mario Kart 9. Some people think it should be called Mario Kart 10. Some people think it should be called Mario Kart X. Some people think it should be called Mario Kart Crossroads. Some people think it should be called something else entirely. Personally, I think it should absolutely be called Mario Kart 9. And here's why. First off, people will naturally be expecting a game called Mario Kart 9 to come out after so many years of Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It just makes sense. Where's Mario Kart 9 is the question that people have been asking all these years. This even extends to casual players. I've heard people who aren't super invested in games saying, "Oh look, it's Mario Kart 9!" even though it doesn't actually have an official name yet. So basically, Mario Kart 9 would make the most business sense as the name for the game. Because it's the most sensible name, it won't cause any confusion or anything. It'd actually be pretty similar to what they're doing with the Switch 2. They're calling it the Switch 2, instead of some other fancy name. But a lot of people disagree with this, and their argument is they think that Nintendo considers Mario Kart Tour to be Mario Kart 9. Are you kidding me? Mario Kart Tour? The mobile game? That's ridiculous. It doesn't play remotely the same. Like, sure, every Mario Kart game controls somewhat differently, but that not like that. The game has a completely different structure than any other Mario Kart game. It's mostly old tracks. Booster Course Pass doesn't count because that was just DLC, and it was pretty much them just archiving what they had on Tour anyway. Which brings me to my next point. Mario Kart Tour won't even freaking exist in a few years. I mean, it'll probably be a while yet, but once they shut down the servers, the game is dead. You can't play it anymore. So tell me, how is that Mario Kart 9? How is that the next installment in Nintendo's biggest console franchise? And I think the argument isn't actually these people specifically considering it to be Mario Kart 9, but rather they think that Nintendo themselves thinks it's Mario Kart 9. To that I say, then what's Mario Kart Live Home Circuit? Is that Mario Kart 10? So is this going to be Mario Kart 11? And this is a little bit unrelated, but to use Demich's example, is Mario Party Advance Mario Party 7? Should the last GameCube Mario Party game have been called Mario Party 8? And, well, this one was actually stupid. New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was absolutely the second New Super Mario Bros. Game. Yet they still called the 3DS entry New Super Mario Bros. 2. What's stopping them from doing it again? And this time it'd be much more sensible. And now for the next main reason, and perhaps the most important one. I just want it to be called Mario Kart 9, man. It's been 11 years since Mario Kart 8. I was still a kid when that game came out. And since I was a kid, immediately after Mario Kart 8 came out, I was immediately fantasizing about Mario Kart 9. Actually, maybe that was just me being super obsessed with Nintendo, but I don't know. So then Mario Kart 8 got DLC, then it got ported to the Switch, then we got Mario Kart Tour, then we got Live Home Circuit, then we got Booster Course Pass DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, surprisingly. And it's like, all this stuff happened in the last 11 years, and it's like, yeah, that stuff's been cool, like most of it anyway, but I've wanted Mario Kart 9 for years. It's such a legendary game title. It would suck so much if there was no game to hold that name. Like, you can look at YouTube videos from like 2014, 2015, 2016, like really in any time in the last 11 years that were like Mario Kart 9 prediction videos. And we still haven't had that game that they were predicting. We don't know if they're right yet. Like, you get what I'm saying here? Like, admittedly, I guess this is a pretty stupid reason, but come on, it's gotta be called Mario Kart 9. It's just gotta. But, to return to a more objective discussion, let's discuss the other names that have been thrown around. So, while I didn't really follow the leaks too closely, To my knowledge, there are 3 names that were leaked for this game. Mario Kart 10, Mario Kart X, and Mario Kart Crossroads. And to just say what I think about those names, Mario Kart 10 I really don't want to happen. Like, just call it Mario Kart 9 if you're gonna give it a real, like, regular number. Like, you're gonna do the iPhone thing, like the Windows thing where they skipped 9? Like, come on. That's so lame. What's wrong with 9? 9's a good number. I like that. I like 9. Come on. This would probably be the most confusing name to give it to, because people would be like, huh? Did I miss Mario Kart 9? Where's Mario Kart 9? Like, I'd be genuinely surprised if casual players looked at Mario Kart Tour and thought, yeah, this is Mario Kart 9. Well, who knows? I mean, maybe some of them thought that, but... Next up is Mario Kart X. X, of course, meaning 10. And I guess I'd be fine with this. It'd be disappointing for sure. But I guess I would prefer it over just flat-out Mario Kart 10. Because even though it's supposed to be the Roman numeral for 10, at least, I don't know, it wouldn't feel as bad for it to just skip 9 if it uses an X instead of a 10, I guess. And I guess X is a little bit cooler than 10 as well, but honestly, I don't really know how to explain this, so let's just move on. And then finally, Mario Kart Crossroads. I guess. I guess it's fine. I mean, I think it's supposed to be playing into the whole X thing, like X equals 10, you know? Because Crossroads, that's like cross X, you know? I think. I'm not sure. But, I don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be fine. It'd be fine, I guess. Let me get this straight. I'd prefer Mario Kart 9 over all of these names, but if it had to be one of these 3 names, then yeah, let it be Crossroads. The last time we had a Mario Kart game with a subtitle in the name was Mario Kart Double Dash, and that was only like 1 out of 2 Mario Kart games that had an actual subtitle. The other one being Super Circuit. And yeah, like I guess it'd be cool to have another one of those. Or they could give it a different subtitle altogether. I guess I'd be fine with that too. But there'd still be a part of me that wishes it was just called Mario Kart 9. I mean, if it's not called Mario Kart 9, then we can't have an Ultra 9 item or whatever. Or whatever they call it anyway. I'm talking the successor to the Crazy 8 and Lucky 7 in Mario Kart 8 and 7 respectively. And lastly, I kind of just want to discuss a couple of really odd names that people have thrown around, either seriously or not seriously. The first one is to just call it Mario Kart, with no subtitle, no number, no anything, just Mario Kart. And, I mean, I guess there'd be like a somewhat cool element to this, but like, I don't know, I think that'd be a little confusing. I mean, I guess people would probably just call it Mario Kart Switch 2, but I mean, I guess maybe it'd be fine, but I don't know, I feel like Mario Kart kind of just needs, it needs something to identify which game it is in the title. I think that just makes things a lot easier. Like, I think the fact that Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo is called Super Mario Kart and not just Mario Kart probably makes things a lot easier to talk about these games and stuff than we realize. Or maybe not. Maybe in that world we just call it Mario Kart SNES or whatever. But overall, I think I'd prefer just calling it Mario Kart over at least calling it Mario Kart 10, though I think I'd prefer Mario Kart X over just Mario Kart. Can you tell I really don't want them to call it Mario Kart 10? And then I saw this video where someone suggested that they call it Mario Kart 2. No. What? Like, I'm not gonna say their name or anything, because I don't want to, like, direct any sort of, I don't know, hate towards them or anything like that. That, and I also forgot who actually said this, so sorry about that. I mean, I guess their reasoning kinda makes sense in a way, like, to say that, oh, this is Mario Kart for the Switch 2, Mario Kart 2, and then Mario Kart for the Switch 3 could be called Mario Kart 3, but that wouldn't make sense. Why would we go from Mario Kart 8 to Mario Kart 2? That doesn't make sense at all. Like, that would be, like, a super confusing name, and I think, like, yeah, like, I saw the comments on that video briefly, and everyone agreed that that was a stupid name, so, yeah. And you know, I'm sure people have probably thrown around other names too, but if they did, I haven't heard of them, so I can't really discuss them, obviously. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What matters is the game itself. The name of the game isn't really going to affect the quality of the game at all, or at least it shouldn't. Even if it would be really great to have that sweet, sweet Mario Kart 9 title for the game. It's not what matters in the end. But what do you guys think? Are you on Team Mario Kart 9 like me? Are you on Team Mario Kart 10? Team Mario Kart X? Team Mario Kart Crossroads? Or are you on a different team altogether? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you all next time in a completely random video. Take care.